Welcome back to another Telltale Books video. I'm continuing my read of Stephen King, everything I can get my hands on, in order of publication. And I've been dipping into the earliest stories that were included in the Skeleton Crew collection of short stories by King. And this story is titled Here There Be Tygers. This is number 14 in my list of Stephen King works. And it was published in April of 1968, again in that magazine called Ubri, spring of 1968 issue. And of course, I read it in my copy of Skeleton Crew, which was originally published in 1985. I've got a first edition hardcover of that. And of course, that story is still available new. If I think it's trade paperback, but you can still go on Amazon and get brand new copies of it. So very easy to find this story. And it is an early work. It is a very short work. Give you the basic synopsis. This is going to be one that's hard to talk about without spoiling it, but a kid named Charles is in school, in class, and he needs to go to the bathroom. And so then the teacher's kind of a jerk to him, but lets him go. And he goes by himself to the bathroom, and he goes in, and the bathroom is L-shaped. You come in the door, and you have to turn to go down to the stalls. So he turns that corner, and there's this huge tiger sitting there in the bathroom looking at him. So he ducks out of that bathroom fast. Can't go any farther than that. Sorry. Very short story. It gets interesting, but it's also a very weird story. Because first of all, what the hell is a tiger doing in the school bathroom? I don't know where King got that. It doesn't make any kind of sense. He doesn't even try to explain it. It's just there. No explanation of how it got there, why it's there. No explanation of any kind of real resolution with the tiger. And for some reason, Charles is always referring to going to the bathroom as going to the basement. And that's one of the things his teacher criticizes him on. Said it's not a basement. It's bathroom. You're going to the bathroom. Do not call it a basement. But for some reason, Charles keeps wanting to call it the basement. I don't know where that comes from. I've never heard that before. Beyond that, and the fact that you really don't get any resolution to this, well, you kind of do. But it could be resolved more. There's a lot more that could have been talked about here, but King leaves it and thereby creates a much more surrealistic sort of story. And it's Stephen King, so it's well written. It's a good story. It really is. I mean, even at this time, very early in his career, 1968, he's extremely young. He hasn't even written Carrie yet, I don't think. He still is writing these really good, enjoyable short stories. And they're worth looking up. And like I say, this one's easy enough. It's in Skeleton Crew. If you're a King fan, you should already have that collection in your King library. If you don't, you should consider buying it, because unless you just absolutely can't read short stories for some reason, there's a lot of good stuff in it, including The Mist. The Mist is in Skeleton Crew. So, have you read Here There Be Tygers? Leave your comments in the comments section. If you have anything else to say about Stephen King, especially his early career, leave comments about that. I want to hear them. I want to hear from you. Hear your thoughts. What did you think about this story if you've read it? And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Come on back for a lot more King. Next up, after Here There Be Tygers, is a story called The Reaper's Image, which is another one from Skeleton Crew. And that one was published in 1969, a year later. And I'll be here doing these.